Welcome, welcome, friends. It is the 5-5 portal. If you are ready to be like Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where your life's getting turned upside down, then welcome. You're in the right place. This 5-5 portal is all about liberation. What does liberation actually mean? In this case, in a collective year one, liberation means freeing yourself from yourself because there's been a lot of bullshit that's been going on inside your brain. Don't lie to me. I know that it's true. I know that it's true because it's been happening to me too. Okay. There's a lot of doubt and self sabotage that's been coming up because we are just feeling like we're flailing through all of these identity shifts that we made last year. And now we're not exactly sure who we are, what we want. Some of us are very directionless. For some of us, that is very freeing and liberating, but for others, that can feel very difficult and anxiety ridden. So, this energy specifically is here to shake shit up. It's going to make you get uncomfortable. It's going to make you look at your shit. And we just had the full moon in Scorpio a couple of days ago. So that's like also already amplified the energy of this portal as well. So like we can't hide from our dark truths any longer. And honestly, we shouldn't really want to do that. And I don't like to shit on people, but like we really shouldn't be wanting to do that because it just perpetuates that stuckness, like it perpetuates that feeling of not being able to move forward, of not being able to make change, of not being able to align yourself with your true wants, needs, and desires. And we're just not here to play that kind of game in a collective year one. So yeah, I'm going to read just a smidge from the guide. If you are here and you are not part of my Cosmic Glow Up Club, then chances are you don't have access to my guide. And if you want access to the guide, you got to get in the club because it's only my club members that get access to it. So you'll want to find my Linktree link. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you should be able to find that no problem. If you're watching a snippet of this on Facebook, then it's within my links somewhere. So make sure you're checking it out because the application form to be able to come into the Cosmic Glow Up Club is in my Linktree. So you're going to want to check that out. Um, Also, in case you don't want to go searching around for it, it is, Linktree, and then my username is Sparkling Energy Alchemy. So you can try to look me up that way too, if that is something that interests you. But I'm just going to give you a little snippet. Inside of those guides, there's a lot more information. So I'm just going to be going over the intro type things that are going on here. But then we also break down the number five, what it means, what it represents, angel number 55, what it means, what it represents, what to expect energetically through this, what liberation actually means. My favorite part of the guide is inside of the personal years. So it gives you how to calculate what personal year you're in and how this portal will directly affect you. And then there's also like specific ritual ideas for you to do inside of that based on your personal year as well. And then I do also go through like a general ritual for it too. So all of that is available inside of the guide, but you can only get the guide if you're in the club. So you're going to want to check that out if this is something that you want to honor and dig further into. So this five energy, 5-5 liberation portal, this is about breaking free, choosing your truth, and to move forward. So many of us have felt stuck, so stuck for most of 2025, if not all of it. And even like this first almost half of 2026. There's just been so much stuckness, feeling like we don't know where we're going, where we're moving, what we want, feeling directionless, feeling like we've been just stuck in the void and not really knowing what we're creating or doing. But that pause has been so necessary because it's gotten you clarity on what you don't want and what you do want so that now you can move forward a little bit in knowing that and what it is that you want to do and be. Or even if it's just some decisions that you need to make for temporary change and knowing that that change is temporary. So, for example, a perfect example of that is for me taking a step back from my spiritual business on the scale that it used to be. Now I do very minimal parts of it, supporting my club and doing what needs to be done inside of the club is basically all that I'm really doing in my spiritual business these days because I needed to bring my nervous system some safety and some consistency through working in other ways to make sure that I am bringing in a financial income because it was made clear to me that having some kind of consistency in my finances is something that helps me regulate my nervous system because of the type of person that I am. Okay. So those are temporary changes that maybe we need to make and, be okay with inside of ourselves. But all that being said, let's just continue on in what this portal means so that you have an idea of what you're looking at and what you're doing. So, this portal does begin opening as of May 2nd because these energies are with us for 11 days. So, we have like a few days of a buildup, then it's like the big opening, and then it slowly wanes for the remainder of the 7 days. This is not a subtle portal, okay? Like you may go back and look and be like, oh, well, on this day, like really not so much happened, and it was the 3-3 portal and blah, 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 and all the things, right? But this one's not subtle, and I'm not saying that the 3-3 was subtle for everybody either. I'm just saying that this one is not going to be subtle for like anybody. Like all of the stuff is coming directly in front of your face for you to look at, for you to see, for you to move through. Because 5 represents change, movement, freedom, and expansion. So it is the energy that refuses to stay the same. Again, Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, life turned flip upside down. You know what I'm saying? So the part of you that is craving more, it is the voice that says there has to be another way. And that's personally where I was at when, like, the beginning of this year and knowing that I needed to make some changes in the way that my income streams are coming in. And you know what? It has opened up so many opportunities, and I've got exciting things that are coming up. And I will share all of that with you when the time comes. But for now, just know that there is another way. It is possible. It will come together. But just remember that, this energy 5-5 of all of this change, movement, freedom, and expansion is amplified because of this double 5 energy. So it's going to come on stronger, faster, more undeniable, right? And again, this is not just change, this is liberation. So the 5-5 portal arrives when something in your life is no longer sustainable, and not because you necessarily failed at it, but because you've likely outgrown it. And there's a big difference in mindset shift that needs to happen within that as well, right? Because during this time, you may begin to feel restless, constrained, frustrated with your current reality, a strong urge to change your direction. It could even be changing your career, and then a deep knowing that something has to shift, and just know that this discomfort that you're experiencing is not happening for no reason. Like there is something that's behind it. This is your system recognizing that you are no longer meant to stay here. So like this portal's not about running away from your life or burying your head in the sand. It's about releasing what was never truly aligned with you to begin with. So, on a personal level, this energy can feel like a breaking point. It can very much feel like you're reaching this climax. You may have been even experiencing some anxiety because you're just like uncertain of what the future is going to hold. So, therefore, that those anxiety symptoms are coming up. And it can very much feel like that climactic point. But know that the old patterns, habits, relationships, or identities may begin to feel restrictive for you. So, you need to pay attention to that because it may have once felt normal, but now suddenly it's feeling heavy, limited, or outdated. So this is where you need to start questioning, like, why am I still doing this? Why do I still choose this? Is this even mine for me to have? Because another part of the 5-5 portal is going to be recognizing what your responsibilities actually are. So many of us take on responsibilities that are not ours. And we can liberate ourselves from that simply by recognizing, like, hey, this is not my shit to carry, right? And again, like this can look like breaking of patterns, rewriting of identities, choosing freedom over familiarity, stepping into the unknown. But here is the truth about liberation. It's not just something that, oh, suddenly it arrives and you're liberated. It requires choice and it requires courage because if it doesn't challenge you, it's not going to change you. Therefore, your choice and your courage, they're going to be wasted, right? Because you have to understand that freedom is going to come with uncertainty. You're not going to know what is ahead of you through that. So this portal is not necessarily asking you to have everything figured out. It's asking you to be honest with yourself to admit like what is no longer working for me and have the bravery to say I'm ready for something different, right? So between May 2nd and May 12th, pay close attention to what feels restrictive, what feels expansive, what you are being called to release, and what new opportunities are presenting themselves. Because this portal will show you both what you're ready to outgrow and what you're ready to step into. So, this is not a time to stay in your comfort zone. Okay. This is the time to set yourself free in the discomfort of the unknown in what the future will bring. Okay. Because five really is in numerology the disruptor. It's not going to ask things of you politely, it is going to shift things. It's going to make things completely undeniable. It's going to reveal what no longer fits, and it is going to remove it so that you no longer have the ability to ignore it. Okay. So, again, when it's 5-5, this energy is amplified. So expect this to stay with you for the next week or so. Like I said, about until May 12th. But let's layer in now this collective 1 year that we're in because it's about new identities, new beginnings, new directions. So, what you are likely experiencing right now is that you are literally becoming someone new. You are in that in between space of leaving the old, being rebirthed into the new, while simultaneously being asked to release what no longer fits that version of like, who's that bitch? Who am I becoming? Right. And this is the tension of this portal because you can't carry your old life into your new identity. That's like you can't use old keys to open new doors, right? Like we need to remember that and just be aware that you may feel restless, pulled in different directions, aware of what needs to change, but maybe feeling unsure of how to move forward. And know that it is not confusion. You are not lost. You're just in a recalibration, realignment, energy, era, vibe, moment, whatever you want to fucking call it, okay? Because this portal is not asking you to figure everything out right now or to make drastic decisions or to blow up your life after night or blow up your life overnight. It's just saying, like, where are you no longer available to stay the same? Because this 1 year, every small shift that you make now is essentially creating the foundation of who you are becoming. Okay. So I'm going to get off my soapbox for now. I feel like I've given you lots of information, lots of things to think about through this 5-5 energy inside of this collective 1 year. If you want to dig even deeper, then that's where you need to go into the guide. And if you don't have access to the guide, then that means that you're not in the Cosmic Glow Up Club. If you want to be in the Cosmic Glow Up Club, then that's the place where you're going to get more information. You'll get that beautiful guide that's going to take you through all of the things that I've already mentioned. In the description of this video, however, you will find 3 journal prompts that are there and a ritual that you can do on just a very general basis for this energy to help you navigate and move through. So you can give it a try for yourself before you decide, like, hey, I really fuck with that. Maybe I should join the club and see what else this guide has to offer and see what else the space has to offer for me. If this is your vibe and you're digging it, then you know what to do. Go to my link tree, apply to join the club, and then I'll get back to you. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to get some music queued up and we're going to do a guided meditation. Inside of this meditation, I will lead you through an experience. I will also be doing some light language, which will be encoding your DNA with the light codes that you need to align yourself to those wants, needs, and desires, even if they are temporary. So, as we are doing this guided meditation, I want you to hold in your mind or in your heart what is your intention through this liberation? What is something that you want to change? What is something you want to see different in your life? Try to get specific, get down to the nitty gritties, and hold that intention with you as you're moving through this guided meditation. And if you are catching this on the replay, then you can take this opportunity to pause and then you can come back once you have that intention really ingrained in your mind. But for those lovely members who are here watching live in the Zoom room, just try to take a moment while I get this set up and see if you have a thought or an idea, or let's navigate this meditation and then see what comes out the other side of it. So let's get some music queued up so that we've got some lovely background music so we can just really be in this experience. What you're going to do is you're going to get yourself comfortable first and foremost. So go get yourself in a comfy chair, maybe on the floor on a cushion, maybe laying on the couch, laying in bed, just whatever is going to work best for you so that you are nice and comfy, cozy, so that you can be fully present in your mind, body, and soul as we move through this. Okay. And as you are just shutting down those eyes and getting comfy, cozy, we're going to start with some nice, big, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you are doing this deep breathing, I just want you to Imagine that this breath is coming in and it is purifying and it is cleansing you. So any points of pain, tension, discomfort is all melting away with the breath. We're breathing in and sending all of those points some love. And as we are exhaling, we're seeing all of that just dissolve so that we can be perfectly present and comfortable in our body in this moment. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as you continue your deep breath, I want you to visualize a white light coming down from the universe, joining you at your crown chakra and expanding out your aura and your energy field until you are completely contained in this white light. And this white light is really feeling like a beautiful hug and support and love from the universe, but it's also a purification. So as you are breathing in deeply, this light is also purifying and cleansing your body, your mind, and your soul. Beautiful. Once you feel like you have melted away all of the pain, discomfort, tension that you're feeling in your body, you can bring your breathing back to normal. But if you are still feeling a little bit of unease within yourself, then I want you just to take this in for a moment. Just for now, for these next 10 to 15 minutes, we are choosing to let go of the stress of the day, of the week, of the month, of the year, of the lifetime. Letting all of that melt and roll off our shoulders, even if it is just for now, just for these next 10 to 15 minutes that we're together. So we can just leave it all on the table, leave it somewhere that we don't have to look at it in this moment. Just really just allowing ourselves to be. Now I'm going to ask you to go to a place that feels happy and safe in your mind. Maybe you're a beach girly and the beach brings you so much. Maybe you see yourself on a beach. Maybe you identify as a little woodland fairy and you want to be in a tree house out in the woods. Maybe you want to be in a mountain. Maybe you want to be somewhere that's not even of this earth. No matter where it is, it feels safe and feels happy. And somewhere in this safe space, I want you to notice somewhere where you can sit. And I want you to see, sense, or feel yourself navigating toward that area where you may sit. I just want you to look around because this space is going to represent your current life. So it is happy, it is safe, but around you, maybe you're seeing some pictures or some symbols or some numbers that are representing like where you are currently challenged. Maybe you're seeing a photo of you and your significant other. Maybe there's some relationship challenges that you're facing in this moment. Or maybe there's other relationship challenges that are happening, maybe with your children or your parents or distant relatives or even friends. Maybe you're even seeing images of your current career or job and something about it just isn't feeling happy or supported or feeling like you're making a difference. So anything that might be challenging to you in this moment in your current life, just observe what comes up for you. And as you're looking around at these photos or these symbols or these numbers or these images or however it is presenting itself to you, I want you to gently ask yourself, what no longer feels aligned here? We're just going to take a moment to let something come forward. You may see a pattern, a situation, maybe even a version of yourself. Just observe it without judgment. Now, I want you to notice how it feels in your body. Does it feel heavy? Does it feel tight? Does it feel restrictive? Regardless of how it's feeling in your body, I want you to quietly say to yourself, I see you and I am ready to release you. You're going to imagine that energy begin to loosen itself from you, breaking apart, dissolving, and falling away. You don't need to push it, just allow it to go. Now, directly in front of you, you begin to notice a path is beginning to form. You don't necessarily need to see the whole path in this moment, but just the first step in front of you. And ask yourself, what feels more aligned than what I just released? Maybe it's something simple like a feeling, a choice, a direction. Whatever it is, just see yourself stepping toward it now. And as you are walking along this path that is being woven right in front of you, I'm going to give you some light code activations so you may align with, you may align yourself with what you desire, what feels aligned for you in this moment. So just as you are walking, I want you to visualize being surrounded in this white light again, or still if you didn't let that image go. And you'll begin to see these very odd symbols begin to rain down over you. These are your light codes that are changing you on a cellular level to align to those dreams, wishes, and desires. Yamana kaisishini ashuno yamakaya nakaya sasani yatikia madoria. Era kaya sanshti tikia manaya dela. Esto yamikiata. Yati esto yamitikiana. E para mais que esto yamikia tioro farapati pesania. Esta farapataka. E manukoyani. Esta farasta. Este firepati. E no koretia. E purata esa patikiene misti tiananti. Esta foriata kayana se te patayana muluya. Esta kayasiata, ie propotia. Just notice the shift in your body. Notice that more openness, more spaciousness. And say to yourself, I am allowed to change. I am allowed to choose differently. I trust myself to move forward. You're going to take another nice, big, deep breath in and exhale slowly. Begin to allow any visuals that you may still have begin to fade. And we're going to bring the awareness back into your present body. You can begin that process by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, and then only when you are ready, gently open your eyes. Beautiful. And just as you're coming back into the space, coming back into your awareness, grab a notebook and a pen if you want to make some notes of what you experienced during the meditation. If there's any prominent symbols, images, photos of things that you needed to let go and release that you might need to dig just a little deeper into over these next 7 days during these portal opening or this portal being open. And I pulled a card during the meditation from our Gateway of Light activation. I would like to share with you what we received. So we got Thoth light code. So light initiation, great teacher awakening, and divine magic. So that's the card right there. So sorry, Thoth light codes. Um, So this is the ancient Egyptian ibis-headed god of writing, divine magic, and the moon, acknowledged as the sacred scribe who created writing. He is considered to be the great mind behind the hieroglyphics and the maintainer of the Egyptian universe. It is said that he was the priest king of Atlantis and was dedicated to leading the Atlantean people in a loving way that was firm but fair. However, no matter how hard he tried to direct them, many of them didn't obey spiritual laws of the universe, which inevitably led to the end of their civilization. This gateway takes you to a space where you can connect with the energetic frequency that Thoth carries. As a master teacher of the stars, he holds space for you to connect with some of the greatest gifts of this lifetime and the many others you've lived. Thoth's primary teaching is a spiritual integrity, and who he's working alongside a powerful congregation of evolved souls, the ascended Atlanteans, to guide those who are ready to increase their awareness. He specializes in helping those who are finding it difficult to make spiritual progress to rise above the aspects of their life that are holding them back, and he helps awaken the teacher within. So, your message in this: you are blessed to connect with Thoth. You are going through a powerful set of light initiations at this time, and these are preparing you to lead and teach from a powerful space of love. In order to complete the process, there will be a release of old ideas and limiting stories, but this is necessary for you to connect with the true power within you. Don't be concerned by the intensity of the energies that surround you right now. Facing shadow parts of yourself and your story is essential for connecting with divine magic, and evolved beings of light are there to lead the way. If you have any concerns or fear at this time, know that when fear gets loud, it's because you're on the cusp of something extremely powerful. And I don't know about you, but that feels like it resonates so much with the entire theme of this portal and just all the things. So I love that. I love that so much for us. So just as a reminder, in the YouTube description, if you haven't already looked through that, there are journal prompts and a ritual there for you to perform. If you want to dig in deeper and learn what this actually means for you inside of your own personal year in numerology, what this portal is here to show you or guide you with, then you will need to be in the Cosmic Glow Up Club. So make sure you go to my link tree at Sparkling Energy Alchemy, and you can get access to the application form to come in and join the club. So hope you enjoyed this experience today. If you have any questions or anything that you would like to share, please do feel free to leave it in the comments. For my club people, leave it in the comments inside of the Facebook group so that it stays just between us. Otherwise, all other comments can be left on YouTube, and I will see them and I will reply to them, I promise. And if you're not, make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. All right, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I am sending you all so much love, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.